on Beachmont Avenue in Anderson Township. It is another special edition of the One More and I'm Out of Here podcast.
It's not special. There we go. Good job.
Why are you so opposed to me calling our time together special?
You know what? You know what's special is watching you try to open a beer can.
I'm just saying, why are you so opposed to that?
I don't know what's special about it. What's special about it?
Anytime that we get together is a special time for me.
Well, why didn't you ever want to do team building?
We did team building the other night.
When?
On Christmas Eve, as I recall.
No, you were drunk as shit, and I'm surprised you remember that.
I'm just saying, I think that was
Jason Kiefer, who is to your right, Dan, and I.
Led
Jason,
by,
how are you, buddy?
Led by our fearless leader, Jason Kiefer.
Yep.
Who had the accoutrement, the top hat, and everything else.
Yeah.
That was classic.
It was a good top hat.
Great top hat.
I felt like Scrooge.
I felt like fucking Tiny Tim rolling down that hill in the wheelchair.
You got like the face and the head shape and size. Like when you wore that wig for the Christmas party, the Home Alone guy,
the wet bandit.
I was like, I'm buying what he's selling, man. And then you show up with that top hat on the other night.
Well, I appreciate that.
We didn't get shit in that cup, did we?
I'll have to.
We didn't get shit in that cup, did we, Keith?
Nope. I think we actually owed money, especially for the the singing.
Are we gonna roll that video?
We can
on the podcast.
I meant to email this picture.
One more and I'm out of here podcast.
Do we want to? I say we preface. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, Christmas Eve, there was Dan Carroll stops in for reasons unknown. About 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
No, that was not reasons unknown.
What was the basis?
Because I had that notice,
that piece of paper that I had already received.
Well, I just was making sure.
No, you wanted an excuse to get out of the house.
No, I had other errands to run, and that was one of my errands, just to make sure that we were on the same page.
We're on the same page.
When you're being represented by Rob Hurricane, you can never be too careful.
We're on the same fucking page, Dan. When you take a crippled kid and raise beer money as a child,
it's a great idea, though.
It's the greatest.
It's a fucking great. All right.
Now that was it. You talk about team building. That was a great team building.
Before we do that, my kids, and this is kind of apropos, my kids right now, my oldest two, are with their grandparents at a Christmas Carol at Playhouse in the Park. Yes, that place still exists.
I'm jealous. I want to go.
I know. I've seen it at Playhouse in the Park. What was the fucking restaurant down there? It was the National. No. The
Celestial.
No, it was Rookwood Pottery. Is it Celestial Rookwood?
What, in Mount Adams?
Yeah, right by the Playhouse. My parents.
Well, there was a Rookwood up there, and then the Celestials down the street.
Rookwood Pottery is expensive pottery for those of you in the United States and probably abroad. But Rookwood Pottery was in Cincinnati forever, and the pottery became a restaurant. And my parents, when I was growing up, I'm gonna go 40 years ago, they would take us to Playhouse in the Park here and there, but we go to Rookwood Pottery to eat dinner beforehand. Well, my kids are experiencing that with their grandparents right now, and they're going to see the Christmas Carol, the new one, at Playhouse in the Park, which is obviously a play, not a movie. And the stars Ebenezer Scrooge and the ghosts of Christmas past, present, and future. So I played the ghost of Christmas past, and we're going to fill that story in here in a minute with Dan Carroll. But first,
I played Scrooge when I was in the school play.
I've seen your tips. You're still playing it. I want to talk about our friends at Engraved.
Still remember the lines. Jason, you got to show that picture.
I know, so I'm emailing it to myself.
Bah, humbug.
Engraved in USA. In business for over 25 years, engraving your business awards, promotional items, employee and customer items, brewery, drinkware, golf outing accessories, promotional and recognition items. If you're a smaller global company, we have the team that can design and produce the quality items to enhance your business. Call the team of Tanya, Tammy, Tim, or Rich. Not little Timmy, but Tim. At 513-682-2557 and say 100% to get the best personal touch from our friends at Engraved in USA. And I'm going to tell you this. Today is the biggest return day of the year. Actually, the whole week. Stay away from fucking malls. You know what's easy to do? You're going to return that item and get a little bit of cash back on your credit card, debit card, whatever. Go to engravedinusa.com. Better yet, go to onemoreandI'moutofhere.com and hit shop now. It'll link you to Engraved in USA. Put in 100%, and you too can get some backup gifts, shit that people didn't like. Oh, you didn't like that sweater or wrong size, whatnot? Guess what? A 20 ounce, a 40 ounce Stanley, monogrammed or personalized to your liking. There is nothing better than that, and everybody loves it. So Engraved in USA is the place to be right now. And guess what? You don't have to waste gas money on that shit show because it's on the internet. If you don't have the internet, go to your neighbor's house. Just park out front. Hopefully they got a bigger router.
I would say that products from Engraved in USA are among those gifts that rarely, if ever, get returned.
No, and I will tell you this. When I was at Christmas Eve, before we went caroling, before we effectuated Operation Carol, which is what Kiefer and I called it. We Carol.
By the way,
my nieces got Stanley mugs, the 40 ounces, the 20 ounces.
Oh, those are the good ones.
Guess who does that? Engraved in USA, baby.
Yeah, those are
and
nice.
they can do whatever you want with them. They are phenomenal. So give them a call, 513-682-2557, or Engraved in USA. Better yet, onemore.com. 100% is your promo code. Shop now on our website. It'll link you to Engraved in USA.
By the way, I don't know about you guys, but I could not make the walkie-talkies work.
We had some issues. So we do a walkie-talkie thing.
Yeah, what's the deal with that?
Those of you last year may remember this shit show, but I bought 3 walkie-talkies.
Mine was working fine. I don't understand why you had a fucking issue.
I bought 3 of them. We had Dan's kid Hassler put the volume on full about 11:30 underneath Dan's bed with Paula, and videotape the shit show that encapsulated their life that night in bed. Text us when they went to bed, and it was go time. Kiefer and I text each other. It's go time, Keith. Hassler was recording, and we started squawking on that fucking walkie-talkie. Paula's yelling at Dan. Danny, make it stop. It was a phenomenal event, so we rekindled the walkie-talkies.
Were you guys talking to each other the other night?
Kind of. I had issues too, man. There's so many fucking settings on that.
You were both having issues.
There's so many settings.
Mine was working fine because...
Didn't we get a semi-truck driver on 275 at one point?
We were talking to each other, and then all of a sudden it went dark, and I'm like, well, all right, I'm done. I'm done with this.
Yeah, it got old. Oh, granted, we were both drunk as shit at that hour. Wasn't it like 1 o'clock in the morning or 1:30?
It was late.
Very fucking late.
I know. My screen's way behind, but
yeah,
that picture of you in the top hat is classic.
No, it was great.
Thanks to Jill's dad. He has all kinds of awesome hats, and like that's a legit.
That is total. That hat is totally legit.
That's a legit hat.
It doesn't get more legit than that.
Too legit to quit.
I mean, Abraham Lincoln would have worn that hat.
He was probably shot in that hat.
So
is there a hole in the back?
Might have been.
So this video is not very good. It's very dark.
Not. It's so dark. But hold on, are you gonna play it real quick? Let's build it up real quick with the story.
Jesus Christ, you haven't built it up enough.
We got to build it up with Danny telling the story. Hold on.
Do you want me to tell the story right now?
Yes, but
what?
No, go ahead. Carol stops in to show me a piece of paper I have on Christmas Eve at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. He tells a story that Kiefer, who has known him for 18 years or so, has never heard. He had me at cerebral palsy, which started the story early, and I almost spit my shit out. I got to hear this. So go ahead, Dan.
Well, when I came here to the varsity the other day, you guys, of course, already had a table.
All right, this is going to be a long version.
What, do you want to hear the story or not?
Yes.
So I stopped in, and we were all sitting around, and I wasn't going to stay for a beer, but Jason said he would buy me a beer, so I stayed for a beer.
That's how bad stuff happens.
And I forget what the topic conversation was, but somehow it jogged my memory about things that we did when we were kids around Christmas time. And so we lived in the neighborhood, and me and I want to think it was the Irwin brothers and maybe I don't know, Lynn Myers and her brother Greg and some of the other kids in the neighborhood. We had a buddy that lived. What?
Don't forget about Mitch.
I'm getting there.
All right.
It's my story.
Go ahead.
Do I get to tell it my way?
Fuck me.
What?
Oh, by the way, Kiefer's on his period today.
Just continue.
So there was a guy who lived across the street from me. His name was Mitch Brewer. And him and his sister Kelly were in wheelchairs because it was either cerebral palsy or multiple sclerosis, one of those horrible childhood diseases that makes you, it affects your muscles and you can't walk. And it just cripples your entire body. And so Mitch was in a wheelchair, but Mitch was a fun guy to hang out with, and all the kids in the neighborhood hung out with him. Being he was a big time partier, and so were we. And this goes back to the time I was, I don't know, 14, 15, maybe 16 years old. And so one Christmas we decided that, and back then, I mean, money was hard to come by. We didn't have a lot of money. So we came up with an idea, and I forget who in the group, maybe it was Katie, but it decided, you know what? Mitch is in a wheelchair. And she said, I bet if we went caroling and took Mitch in the wheelchair and put him up front and told people we were raising money for cerebral palsy, that people would donate and give us money. So that was the germ of the idea. And we decided to try it one winter. So it's, I don't know, it's 3 or 4 days before Christmas, and you're off of school, and it's probably on a Wednesday night or something. And
how old were you at this time?
I was a teenager. I don't know,
15, 16.
14, 15, 16. I don't know, somewhere in that time frame, because we did it for a couple of years in a row, and then some of the neighbors eventually got onto us. But so we got a group of us, and we figured out what song we were going to sing, and back then, I don't know if people do it anymore, but there were times out of the blue, people would just walk by your house and knock on the door and start singing Christmas carols, and everyone in the house runs to the front door. Oh, they're caroling. Isn't that great? Yeah. And so we decided that would be a good idea. So we had Mitch up front in the wheelchair, knock on the door, and we start singing, we wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry. And there's Mitch up in the front, all crippled with his coffee can full of change, and and you got to remember, the coffee cans back then were made of metal, so you jingle that change around, and it's really loud. And he's all crippled and bent over. I wish you a Merry Christmas. And he's jingling it. Hi, we're collecting money for cerebral palsy. Just wanted to say Merry Christmas. And it didn't take, but I don't know, 7, 8, 10 houses, and we had enough money for a couple of cases of beer. And then we took the money and went and bought beer. And we partied the night away.
Dead leg, we need you in Cincinnati next year.
Rob will pay for it.
And Mitch was right there with us, man. We were having a great time.
So well, Dan tells the story while he has one beer on Christmas Eve at 1:00. And when he leaves, Kiefer and I immediately eye lock each other like we just became stargazing lovers. He gets on the phone, gets the top hat. I am texting my mom for a wheelchair. We're fucking Carol.
He swung into action.
Operation Carol. So he fucking.
I didn't know you named it Operation Carol.
Yeah, we were going to go to your house. It was different spellings, obviously, but nonetheless.
That's why I got about 20 text messages that night. Where are you?
Yep.
Where are you at? What are you doing?
Kiefer was monitoring.
When are you going to be there? Where are you?
Carol's location that evening, because I know Dan Carroll will not respond to my texts. That's how tight we are. And I think, what was it, 11 o'clock? We left the lounge that night. And I went and got Griff for videography. And our agreement was meet at Summit Elementary in the neighborhood area outside where we knew he was. He was over at his buddy's house, Noble's. And I pull in.
Craig Noble. He's been a guest on the show.
Yes. I pull in with Griff, and I see a truck sitting up top at Summit Elementary with those lights running, idling. And I'm like, all right, it's like The Hangover. I just stop and start flashing my fucking lights like the drug deal is on. Keith puts it in drive and comes down. He's with Jill in his top hat. I've got a wheelchair in the trunk.
Did you only have the parking lights on? No headlights?
He had the headlights.
Okay.
And I parked up the street. I get in a fucking wheelchair thinking Griffin's behind me. It's downhill the whole way. I roll through the stop sign, get up there. I don't even know, mind you, I didn't research cerebral palsy to get in character. I just went with it. Go through a stop sign, cars coming. Thank God I did not flip face down on that goddamn curb. Griff finally got me.
I was totally hoping that you would, though.
I know, everybody was. We roll up to the house where Nobes is, and there's one ferocious dog. And that's kind of where
Bo and Scarlett, they're not ferocious.
I had sheet music, and I kept telling
Sheet
Kiefer,
music.
kept telling Kiefer, we're singing what Santa Claus Comes to Town, and it was we wish you a Merry Christmas. So he kept getting pissed. You got the fucking wrong sheet. Then I've got this. I'm like, dude, I've got the same sheet. I printed 2 of them of the same song. I keep fucking it up. You got the video queued?
Yep.
It's shitty quality. Griff couldn't figure out the fucking flash. But here you go. Hi, this is Miss Brewer. Go over there, stand up. Thank you.
Jesus. I can't see anything on this phone. Just so.
You got a flash on it.
All right.
Oh, we're raising money for terrible.
They're collecting money for terrible policy. All right, here we
Do you
go.
guys not have anything better?
Hi,
to do?
We're raising money for cerebral palsy.
I want some Christmas carols.
Dan, I am Rich Brewer. I don't know if you remember me, but I am the ghost from Christmas Past. We're raising money for cerebral palsy.
Wait, you're blocking the camera.
Oh, okay.
The ring is getting all this. It's awesome on the
Where
ring.
how do I get out of the way?
Okay, start over.
So we were going to get you at your house, but you were at the Nobes, so guess what? You are gifted with this as well.
Yay!
Excellent.
Lucky day.
We got a lot of money too. We need to raise. Beer prices went up.
We need beer now.
We have beer.
1, 2, 3.
Here comes Santa Claus, here comes Santa Claus, right down Santa Claus Lane.
I love the fact that you told me a different song you did.
Multiple times.
That's pretty much the misery. That's the misery that was.
We'll get the ring camera from Nove's house and post that shit show.
Now, Jason, let me ask you this.
It was totally worth it.
Had it been, say, in single-digit temperatures out that night, would this event have taken place?
Fuck
Yes. Oh, it would have.
no. Not with me.
You had your fucking Bengals onesie. You got to put that on.
Wouldn't have happened.
I would have done it in the snow.
He would have done it for you. I wouldn't have done it for you.
I would have had Griff take my ass over there. I don't remember where Short lives, which means I don't remember where you live, but I'd have to get on the auditor's website to find it, but it would have happened. It would have fucking happened. And then we got invited in and we got more drunk.
Why is the video sideways?
I don't know.
Because Griff turned the phone sideways.
Okay.
I have no fucking idea. Yeah, you give it to a kid and 16-year-old, you'd think this son of a bitch knows how to take a fucking video and just went to shit. And the dog's head got stuck between the goddamn storm door and was just growling at me and it scared the shit out of me. Looked like fucking Cujo.
I know, but eventually you guys came in and we all had some cocktails and we had a nice time.
We got
Yeah.
drunk.
It was fun. It was a good time.
So that was our Christmas Eve.
11:30 caroling at Carol story.
We were caroling at Nobe's house.
Yes.
It was fun.
This is the dumb shit that we do,
It's pretty fucked up.
but
stupid
but
stuff.
it's worth it.
Who looked at me and said, "What the fuck are you doing?" I was like, "Look, if you're 49 years of age, which I'm going to be next month, and you're still doing stupid shit like this, you're fucking having fun still.
Well, that's true.
Stop having fun when you die, I guess. I love it. Had a good time.
No sticks in the mud around these
Not around here.
around these parts.
Not with the One More and I'm Out of Here podcast crew.
So, Deadleg, rally your Crips and come on up next year. We want to make some real beer.
We've got a
money.
very generous neighborhood here. They'll gladly donate to your cause.
Truthfully, they'll probably pay you more to get the fuck away from their house. We should have gone to a wrong house and just tried it out. Gotten harmony.
I just know how I would be that if a couple derelicts fucking showed up on my front porch wanting to carol, I would want to shoot him in the face.
We had a kid, so we were safe.
I'm not down with it.
Well,
In that video, you really couldn't see Rob in the wheelchair,
there's one of me.
but he was not selling it all that effectively.
You can fuck off. I had a
If
droopy
you get what I
face.
mean.
I don't even know. I don't even know what cerebral palsy
He
does.
didn't even know whether it was cerebral palsy, a fucking stroke, whatever. He was trying to get in character.
I was trying, but the damn dog threw me off, man. I was ready to rock.
I
and
will
roll.
give him an A for effort though.
I'd give me an A for surviving that.
Wearing his Mary Fukumas
Yes.
hoodie, looked like a big green Jabba the Hutt in that fucking wheelchair.
I love that Fukama sweatshirt.
Let's see. What you need is a bunch of 8 and 9-year-olds going out there. and doing
Whoa,
that.
easy, Grimmer.
I'm just saying.
All right. Well,
Get
where
them
are we
out
gonna?
there.
You know what? Next year
They're a lot more believable than you.
Next year,
Oh,
you go to the elementary school and you say, "Hey, Mr. Principal, I need some 8, 9-year-olds on."
I mean,
Christmas
maybe
Eve."
I'm going to go to hell for that. I don't know, but it was good, clean fun.
Well, he was involved in it.
Nobody got hurt.
Who gives a shit? It's
Nobody
funny.
got hurt. I
He
mean,
had a blast. He was drinking beer with you.
a case of beer didn't cost that much back then.
And again, the story was fucking priceless. So
People gave us a few
it's the
dollars.
shit that memories are made of.
You're not going to go to hell for taking Brewer out. You're going to go to hell for dumping him on the side of the yard in his wheelchair
That was
and
another
tell him to
story,
go
yeah.
fuck himself when he asked you to pick him back up.
I said, "You cripple son of a bitch!"
There we
You
are.
Talk to me like that. I dumped his ass out in the grass.
That's the one that's sending you on a rocket train to hell. That one.
I'll see you down there, Dan.
Now
We'll get the Reeves golf course and shit.
I'll be waiting at the gates.
They don't have gates down there, Dan.
Did you fellas have a good Christmas day?
Sure did.
We hope everyone else did as well.
I started the lake around 10 o'clock in the morning, 10:30.
You
And
started what?
at the lake.
The lake?
Yeah, it's a bar where stabbings and shootings happen at dusk. And I had a pregame before the in-laws. So it was pretty positive.
But you made it to your in-laws.
I did. And I spent some quality time. I got there. This is funny. So I get there. Aaron texts me.
Did you drop that Mary Fukumas on him?
I did not wear it.
Pussy.
I know.
Wow.
She told me, though.
You're really dedicated to that.
She goes, "I'm on my way there. All right, I'm leaving the lake then." And the lake is about 5-10 miles further. So I'm thinking she'll get there first. Well, guess what happens? I roll up to the in-laws' house and nobody's in the driveway. So I call her.
That's when you start panicking.
I call Griffin. I call Griff.
Oh my God. There's no one here that's got my back.
I call Griff. He puts me on speaker. He's like, "You're on speaker with Mom and the girls." I go, "All right. Did Nana Papa move?" He's like, "Did Nana Papa move?" "No." "Why?" I go, "Well, because I'm in the fucking driveway and nobody else is here. I don't see your fucking car."
So now you're stuck.
I'm like, "Son of a bitch." So I get in there first. I'm like, "Oh fuck." It was nice. It was a nice day.
You went to go visit the in-laws, but couldn't ride with your other family, your immediate family members.
Well,
I had to go to the lake, Dan.
most of the immediate family
had to-
can't get into the lake. Well, they probably could, but
Well, Griff came to the lake.
he had the pre-party. He had to get his drink on first.
Griff came to the lake. He had to pick up Mitch, our buddy, who didn't want to come out. And I told Mitch, "Griff's going to pick you up."
Mitch is no longer with us.
I was
No,
like,
it's a different Mitch.
not
Okay.
different Mitch,
All right.
not your Mitch.
Not your Mitch.
All right.
My Mitch. He's also got some special
Here,
needs.
let's drink to Mitch. 100%.
Both Mitches
There we go.
to the Mitchells.
To the Mitchells.
Well, yeah, it's the Brewers. Mitch Brewer.
Well, Mitch Link. Mitch wasn't going to come out, and I told him Griff's going to come over and get you in 30 minutes. If you don't get in his car, he's going to put his Jeep in 4x4 and reg the front yard of your house. So Mitch shows up with Griff. Griff comes in. Nothing better.
Griff wouldn't have done that.
No, he wouldn't have. I would have. Because I parked in Mitch's front yard one day when nobody else was in the driveway just so I can get out. He's like, "Why are you in my yard?" I was like, "Because I don't want to get blocked in." "When you park in the street?" "Because I don't know who's going to be on the street."
Because you care about other people's property.
It
Obviously.
was a dry day. I mean, there was no tracks. I didn't spin on the way out, but nonetheless, I got over there early and it was fun. It was a good time. And then I got out of there about 4:45 and went to the post, played a little Cards Against Humanity. Nothing better than that on Christmas Day. You know, JC's birthday, and you're throwing cards down that say "pussy" and licking from the asshole up to the nape of the neck.
Nothing says
Yep.
Christmas like Cards
Yep.
Against Humanity.
Holy shit. I mean, it was pretty bad.
Dano, what'd you do yesterday?
By the way, happy birthday to our buddy JC, who was born on Christmas Day,
There were two of them.
and he knows who he is.
Is that Jim Calder?
It is Jim Carter. He was a guest as well.
There's
He's
another
been a guest
JC.
on the show. Yes, he has.
Who was the other JC whose birthday was on yesterday?
I don't know. Think about that.
Not
Mull that
Jesus,
over.
Not the soccer player from Mexico, Jesus Cristo. There was another JC that was up here. Can't remember. But we need to do a tradition like that every year.
No, Christmas Day at my house,
we'll come up with
we
something.
slept in a little bit. I was feeling a little rough after our visit to the Nobes.
You
I know.
looked rough leaving the note.
You guys stayed there a little bit later than I did.
I'm surprised you remember that.
But it was nice. We dialed things back a lot this year. And Paula made a wonderful breakfast casserole. That was great. I made my signature sausage, gravy, and biscuits. and we had some coffee and Kahlua, and
You're an alcoholic.
got caught up on a couple of our TV shows, and we had a nice morning. And then the kids came over, and then I got a new golf bag
Ooh,
for
nice.
Christmas. My other one's because it's completely worn out.
It went, as you would say, tits up.
Well, I don't know about that, but I
Can I just say one thing real quick?
got the new golf bag, so it'll be out there next time I play golf.
Well, it's going to not bring you good luck because I'm going to beat you next time you play golf. But nonetheless, I just want to
No,
say something.
no, that's not going to happen.
And I don't
No.
want it to come across as weird, but your wife, Paula, looked absolutely beautiful Christmas Eve.
She's a
evening.
beautiful woman.
She is. She looked great. She got her hair done
I'm a lucky
recently
guy.
too, didn't she?
Yes, she did.
Looked fucking phenomenal. So I just wanted to go on record with that one. For what it's worth, Dano, not moving in. Don't worry about it.
I'm not moving.
Thanks for breaking that piece of news.
You're welcome. Just remember, I can still find your fucking
So
house.
the One Martin Out of Here News Network. This just in: Rob is not moving into my house.
You never know. I mean,
Yes, I do know.
I was going to say, if there's anything that is absolutely positive, it's that.
put it this way, ladies and gentlemen. Dan has no idea when we podcast, so I'm sure he wouldn't notice me sitting on the fucking couch.
I do know when we podcast, and the podcast.
You thought we
in
were
my calendar
podcasting
said
tomorrow.
tomorrow night, 7:00,
Well,
and you guys changed it.
no, we didn't change it. I can show you a picture of the fucking calendar in the office of this fucking establishment
You
that says
changed
that
it.
we're
Yeah,
fucking
I'm just
doing it.
saying.
which is the varsity 8112 Beachmont Avenue.
because you don't know how to work a fucking phone calendar. That's
Yeah.
where the problem lies.
Does she cut your food up at night?
I was supposed to go out to dinner tonight.
Is that what you said? 8:00 or 7:00 sharp? Where were you
Yeah.
gonna go? Please say Chick-fil-A or something quick.
No, we were thinking Rincon or Don Rigo's.
So we were thinking there were no definitive plans.
Well, Paula, this date was set and agreed upon by your husband.
Just saying.
He is the one
Then
that
why do I
screws
have
it
the
up.
27th?
I don't know
on my
why in the fuck
calendar?
you don't know how to use your fucking phone calendar. I don't.
Aren't you on the
I really
radio
don't know.
tomorrow night?
I got fat fingers.
Aren't
Need
you on the
something.
radio tomorrow night?
I'm on the radio tomorrow afternoon from 3 till 6 p.m.
You don't do your mid-hump
As I
day
was.
thing?
No, that's called the Midweek Crisis
All right.
on Wednesdays and Thursday nights. But this week I am filling in for Eddie and Rocky on 700 WLW.
Oh, you're
We
3 to
did.
6 tomorrow too. Jesus.
We did 3 to 6 today. We had our buddy Jim Serger on talking about his new book, Jump.
Dan's trying to get through that book without reading it. That's awesome.
I
That's
tell you, it
two
was
interviews
Great, it was
with
a great
Serger.
interview. We had a great time. He's going to be a guest on our show
Sure is.
on what, the 19th?
Yeah, that's good, Dan. What?
Is that right? January 19th?
Oh, fucking A. Amen.
Is that right?
Little Danny all grows up.
I'm just saying.
No, it's good. It's good. Remember that one.
Jim Serger is a great guest.
Love- I
That'll
love
be
Jimmy
a
on it.
fun time. Mark that on your calendar, ladies and gentlemen.
Dan won't.
And
But
be
you
here
can.
for the podcast on January 19th
Dan will be here on the 20th
with
or
our buddy
the
Jim
18th.
Serger.
So don't worry about it. Kiefer and I will be here though. January 19th is the
Why are you saying I won't be here?
because you were going to come tomorrow to podcast. That's the best part.
Well, now I'm not going to be here tomorrow to podcast.
Perfect. You guys can go to Rincon.
But I do need something to eat. The only thing I've had to eat all day is a piece of fudge.
Well, oh wow. There's so many things I want to go there. You need something to eat? Let's go in the back room real quick.
No.
Dan.
That's- I'm starving. I'm starving right now.
Oh Jesus! You just need to quit.
I know. I'm supposed to be eating Mexican. I was supposed to be having a nice fajita.
You want me to go get the guys in the kitchen? You come out here.
You still could have.
They can make a fucking fajito.
Well, no, I'm dedicated to the podcast.
Okay.
No,
This
you're not.
is.
No, you're not. I just want to
What do
tell
you
you,
mean? No, I'm not.
Fukamas was
I am
phenomenal.
dead. I am here. I am here for my fellow podcast. I sent you Christmas greetings
It was a text.
on Christmas Day.
It was a fucking text.
Well, I say, well, how else am I supposed to send Christmas greetings?
What do you email somebody in hospice? Get well soon. Fucking
Maybe.
email. No, you handwrite that shit. It's more intimate.
Well, if they're in hospice, I'm not going to say get well soon.
Yeah.
That's general rule of thumb, right?
That's-
Am I
yeah.
right about that?
I think,
What
I
do
think
you-
you're probably on board.
What do you
with that.
say? What do you say? Die soon? Well,
No, I'm not. No, I don't know that I've ever messaged anyone that's been in
I
hospice.
hope you're on ketamine and fucking carfentanil.
That's not.
I mean, what do you say to somebody in hospice?
Well, you won't remember.
What do
anything.
you say?
May not see
Sorry
you next
about
time.
your luck.
May not see you next time I come up here.
That means Rob would have to be thoughtful as well, which he doesn't say anything.
I don't go to
Let's
hospice.
be honest.
I don't go to hospice. When you hit hospice, I'm done. My dad,
I'm done with you.
we did home hospice with my old man, and I'd spend the night every other night and take care of him. And we watched CSI Miami, and he bitched about Horatio Kane. I fucking hate this guy. I was
My dad was a big fan of that show.
oh, he's like, I hate Horatio. I go, why are we watching this? We've seen this one 6 fucking times, Dad. He goes, because I like it. I just don't like him. I was like, you like the fucking chicks. I get it. But there's other hot chicks on. Do you want me to put a fucking porno in?
My dad went to hospice.
Fucking weird.
I would be weird. My bad.
My dad went to hospice, and he didn't like it, and he checked out before they got the paperwork done.
Yeah, my dad looked at me in February and got diagnosed terminal. He's like, I'm not going to hospice. Promise me that. I was like, you will not go to hospice. So my brother and I alternated nights at the house.
Not easy.
No, it's not. It's not. I got him a bunch of weed too. Goddamn, I didn't want it to go to waste. He wouldn't smoke it, so I had to smoke it. You didn't want it to dry out. I was fucking high as a kite watching goddamn CSI Miami. It was a good time. Nothing better than my mom taking a smoke break. She's like, "What are you smoking again for?" I was like, "It's not cigarettes."
I'll tell both of you guys right now. I do not want to go to if you ever know anyone trying to put me in hospice, I do not. I am making my wishes known right now. I never, ever, ever want to go to hospice.
Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. Next podcast, we're going to do a 3-day check-in for Dan Carroll at hospice.
No, I'm not going to hospice.
I wouldn't want to go to hospice either. I don't want to die in a hospital. I don't want to die in hospice.
I love the fact you take fucking a Christmas recap fucking episode and turn it into fucking hospice care.
Well, he's the one who brought it up. What kind of Christmas greeting do you send people in hospice?
Why do you got to fucking point at me, man?
Because you're the one who brought it up.
You were complicit in this conversation. Hi, Biz. You were complicit.
You're the one who brought it up.
Well, just shoulder it with me, man.
Just shoulder it with
Shoulder it with me.
Shoulder what?
Carry the cross with me. Help a brother out. Wash my feet. All right, Mary.
You're so dumb.
So we will now put Dan in hospice, and that's pretty much it is. So
wishes are heard.
Christmas is over. This is the Sodom and Gomorrah time of year. There are 5 days before the new year where everybody gets a fresh start. And I will note this. Guess what this year is? It is a true
2024.
Yep. True fresh start. True fresh start. So you got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 12, 31, 23, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's going to be great. So get a fresh start on 1/1/24, but definitely live a decadent lifestyle for the next 5 days because Christmas is over. Jesus ain't watching, nor is Santa. And you can do your New Year's resolutions next Monday.
This time of year is always fucking weird for me.
It is.
Only because it's just such a lull in between. And it's, and especially depending on how Christmas falls, Christmas falling on a Monday, my days, and we were talking with Rex earlier, like my days are all fucked up, but nothing happens. Like typically nothing happens this week.
No.
But some people still have to go to work and they're literally twiddling their thumbs, not really doing much.
I agree.
It's just it's just such a weird time. You're just like, all right, so what do we do now? Oh, there's a bowl game on. Okay, cool.
Actually,
there's all kinds of bowl games on right now.
I won the first one. I'm betting on the second, and we don't have a TV on back here, so I don't really know where I stand. But nonetheless, January 6th, got a lot of big things planned for that year. Thank you guys in the comment section for asking.
So you got a big year coming up, do you?
January 6th. I mean, they're asking what we're doing on January 6th. We're getting Viking helmets, and we're going to jump through Dan's front window. How about them apples? Come on up. Join us, 513.
Rob, are you planning on doing any traveling in 2024?
I'm going to travel to Brown County tomorrow for about an hour. Yeah. And probably all over the state of – actually, Griff's starting to look at colleges. And as much of a Florida fan I am, he is actually interested in Ole Miss.
What about Canada?
I'm not allowed there. There was an incident. There was an incident on a bridge.
I'm not allowed there either.
Why?
Because I got a DUI, and I'm not writing a letter.
I thought it was 10 years
to get permission to get into a fucking mediocre country at best.
Well, I was just going to.
I thought there was a 10-year cap on that.
I was told that is not true.
Oh.
I just wanted because if you're going to go to Canada, something that might make your travels a little easier.
The strip clubs in Montreal.
is that free tampons and menstrual pads are now required in Canadian government-controlled men's restrooms.
Oh, wow.
So,
Neat.
neat. In case you're in need of one of those products.
If I get a fucking nosebleed, then I'll grab a fucking tampon.
In Minnesota as well.
How much scrutiny do you think you get driving a large U-Haul truck or Penske truck across the bridge into Canada to go to a government building to stockpile tampons and menstrual pads to bring back to the U.S.?
Might be a black market for those.
Or a red market if they're used.
God,
I'm
you're
getting
fucking
ready.
gross.
It's the first thing you think of.
It's
How
fucking
can
gross.
how can I turn this into a profit-making venture for Robert?
I was going to say, how is that gross? I mean, I thought you were talking the blood thing. I mean, fucking Christ, that's what they're for. That's what they're for, man.
Just saying.
No, I'm thinking about it now. Minnesota
All right.
too. I don't have to cross.
Just, just want to make sure you knew that.
I had no idea, but
I appreciate that piece of knowledge that I will put in the recycling can that's in my head.
I do what I can.
I love the fact that it's in men's rooms.
It's fucking stupid.
What the fuck?
I mean, you get a bad nosebleed, I get it. All right, that might be a good implement to curb the nosebleed.
Well,
but
don't forget these.
they should put them in the White House for free.
in Minnesota. They're mandating the public schools provide menstrual products in boys' bathrooms beginning January 1st.
The fuck?
So don't forget, these are the people who believe in science.
you got to trust the
And,
science,
yeah.
isn't that what they say?
And trust the science, believe in science.
You know what? I will trust
And-
and believe it, just like Santa Claus. And I apologize.
So
for the
science
kids.
tells us that boys,
When I see a boy fucking bleeding
boys and men need
without an object in his ass,
they need tampons. They need
Will Craig just said, "Wait, what?" Who lives in Minnesota
yeah.
or an undisclosed location that may be close to Minnesota?
If I see somebody bleeding out their ass without a foreign object in it, that's a male, it has a penis and balls, I'll believe they need menstrual pads and tampons and fucking men's rooms.
now the bill was passed in May,
Holy shit.
and
You know, it was phenomenal.
on January 1st, they're going to have tampons and dispensers in the boys' restroom
Thank goodness.
at all schools.
Our world is so fucked up right now. Even my daughter, who's 14 yesterday, we're getting ready to eat at her grandparents' house, not my parents, but my wife's parents. And her dad says the grace, and it was so melancholy. It was, fucking world at war and the world's upside down and all this other shit, to where I coined this one: the sun rises in the west and sets in the east type of world we live in nowadays. She looks at my wife on the way out.
Hold on a second. Did you say rises in the west and sets in the east?
That's how backwards our world
Okay,
is.
all right.
She looks at my
I knew
wife
where it was going.
on the way to get a plate and says, "Wow, that was depressing." To the prayer. I'm like, no shit. Our world's so fucked up. I mean, you can't even say a fucking prayer nowadays without causing grief.
That was the prayer. The prayer was our world's fucked up.
Oh yeah. He didn't say fucked
Well, so
up.
there's a lot to pray for.
Pretty much hellfire and brimstone and
Do you not
and
like that
everything
though? The sun rises in the west, sets in the east.
It's the opposite way around, but
Yeah, I like it. I came up with that the other day driving.
there might come a time when.
And I've
that
already
happens.
trademarked and coined that, fuckers, and I will sue your ass.
that's all right. They know what kind of law you practice. So
In 100 million years from now, the sun may very well rise in the west. and set
There
in the
is
east.
no way I am
The rotation of the Earth could totally change around. You
I am
never
not
know.
Greta Thunberg. I will waste a shit ton of force to sue your ass and paper fuck you and your attorney.
Do you know that the Earth is rotating at like 800 miles an hour?
I didn't think
Are you
could-
aware of that?
I didn't think you could rotate a flat fucking pizza. It's a flat fucking planet we live on.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
you're a flat earther now.
Yeah, I'm a flat earther.
When
now.
did that change?
I don't know.
Have you ever seen their website?
Yeah,
The Flat Earth people?
we talked about the flat earthers.
Very interesting. I would love to have them on the show sometime.
Well, they're sailing east right now. They're trying to find the end of the world.
So
I-
it was,
They won't. I've reached out to them. I've sent.
they won't come on your show.
They never responded. Maybe it's just me. I don't know.
In other news,
Getting a complex about it.
Kiefer calls me out on this today, and I had no fucking idea. Christmas Eve, my 10-year-old niece called me a douchebag. And I looked at her and I
Wow.
said, if you can spell douchebag, you can call Uncle Rob douchebag. She goes, D-O. I'm like, wrong. I had no idea it was spelled with D-O.
So she was absolutely
She was
correct.
100% correct.
Wrong.
And then
So guess who is the
Yeah.
actual douchebag?
I am a DB.
Hmm.
And then she goes, I go, well, I've got 400 views. She was talking about TikTok. I was like, how the fuck are you on TikTok? You're 10. I go, I got 400 views on a reel I did on Instagram. She's Instagram's for old people and it's so 2021. I was like, all right, fuck you now. I'm calling her in to TikTok gods and I'm going to get her account canceled. There you go. What do you think of that, douchebag?
Gonna hijack a 10-year-old's TikTok.
Hell yeah.
account.
Unbelievable, man. It's been a while since I've been called douchebag.
Good thing she didn't call you a pedophile.
I know how to spell that though. Should have called me a serial killer because I'm about ready to fucking get a panel van and take her out to the county.
Can I tell a pedophile joke I heard this weekend?
Oh dear God. Was it told to you during lockup?
It was told to me. You've probably heard this one before.
Damn, we talk about everything. Go ahead. We talked about a guy with cerebral palsy. Go
But
ahead.
the guy says, my girlfriend looked at me and called me a pedophile. And I looked at her and I said, that's a big word for an 8-year-old.
Oh my God.
Jesus.
Jesus fuck.
Oh,
All right, so that rocket train to hell. Now you have absolutely
I'm
solidified
saying
your
that's a
spot.
pretty good joke, though.
I was just looking up top to see if there was any big fucking pieces of wood that might fall on our heads right here because we're all in the line. It could take us all out at this point in time.
It's pretty funny.
It
You gotta
is.
admit.
It is entertaining.
So it was
It's not original, but it's funny.
it was a Merry Christmas for a New Jersey bettor named Travis Duffner.
Oh shit!
Oh, I
this
heard
is
about
awesome.
this.
Started week 16 slate of NFL games needing touchdowns, a 14-leg parlay, $5 bet,
Damn. How
And-
much it pay?
and got paid out almost $500,000.
God
Fuck.
damn.
He needed touchdowns from Christian McCaffrey, Najee Harris, Gabriel Davis, Jahmyr Gibbs, DK Metcalf, Jerome Ford, Chris Rodriguez Jr., Jonathan Taylor, Calvin Ridley, James Conner, Raheem Mostert, Javonte Williams, Isaiah Pacheco, and DeAndre Swift.
And they all scored touchdowns.
And McCaffrey was the last one that he needed.
Went it third quarter or something, and there was question on it.
Yeah, him and his buddies, they said they were watching just to make sure that it was correctly called.
He filmed himself doing it too.
So yeah, I'm gonna pull that video up.
I
But
think he filmed his reaction to it when they were reviewing the fucking play to
he
make sure
bet
it was a TD.
$5 to potentially win $489,378.01,
He doesn't want
And he
January
got it.
1.
and he got it.
all those guys scored touchdowns this past Sunday.
Yes,
That is
A
unbelievable.
14-leg parlay.
That's phenomenal. You hear about guys winning 14 leg parlays all the time. No, you hear. And they,
Oh shit!
So this is his reaction to the
McCaffrey's touchdown.
call in the field.
it's lucky Samson.
How much?
489. Oh my god! On a $5 bet.
It's a pretty good return on investment right there.
Oh fuck yeah! But 14-leg. Holy fuck!
Shit, I had a 7-game parlay going Saturday with all the bowl games, and I was taking money line on everybody. And I hit the first 5. The 6th one was Eastern Michigan game, and I had Eastern Michigan, and all of a sudden
I never bet on Eastern Michigan.
my cash out option. Well, I went all high odds because I was doing money line. My payout option on a $10 bet, it would have paid $5,900 plus.
Should have taken it.
Well, hold on, Dan. I'm getting there. Cash out option, first quarter in Eastern Michigan was, we'll pay you $192 or some shit. I'm like, should I take it or not? I fucking took it. Eastern Michigan ended up getting fucking killed. So then I doubled down on Northwestern money line and Coastal money line. So I think I made about $300 that week or that day.
Well, because it's been so long since we've heard it. For Travis, I'm going to play this.
Oh, the roar is back.
Let's get Travis on the show. I'll
He
sign out.
totally deserves that. Can you imagine that type of fucking Christmas present?
Here's my thing, though, man.
I'm gonna throw 14 fucking names out here. We'll see if it happens. $5, it's $5, right? We've all done
Yeah.
those stupid
Yeah,
bets.
$5.
But then as he's checking them off, watching football through the holidays, checking each one, and then he's waiting.
At some point, you think it's got to end. Yeah.
And
Well,
then Christian McCaffrey fucking comes through.
Keith, my
That
take is though.
unbelievable.
My take is the people that bet $10 to win 12. That is so fucking boring. Go high odds. You lose
Yeah,
$10
bet $5 to win 500 grand. Hell
or
yeah.
or even $5 to win a couple $100 or $90. I'd rather do that and lose the $5.
What's the tax hit on that?
None? Fuck them. Just don't report it.
Well, he's going to have to report it now. The video went viral.
You see what's going on with your fucking hair right now?
No, is it fucked up?
Oh my God, yes.
I hate this headset now, man.
I shouldn't have said anything, but
Damn you. Damn you.
I should have just let you fucking
It does
wear
look
that.
like shit. That's all right. Fuck it.
I was watching it on the screen. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Oh shit. Fuck it.
You got a bird in there.
That's all right.
It did look like a fucking bird's nest.
I took a fucking shower this morning too. It should be not
Oh,
bird,
my God.
birdie. No birdies. No
It's not
birdies.
even Saturday night.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am this will be the last time you see this headset because I'm about ready to kill the fucker, as you noticed the last time we podcasted. I don't know what's going on with the left side. Maybe my ear grew or I got a fucking tumor. But Jesus Christ.
Even before we went live, watching that thing kick his ass was
Oh
pretty
my-
entertaining.
Would you like me to take you to hospice?
You know I'm not going to fucking hospice, bitch. I thought you weren't going to hospice either. No,
I'm
I
not
mean-
going to hospice.
I'd rather bet $5 on a big payout and lose it than $5 on something that'll win $8 or $12.
Right.
That's just boring.
No, I'm with you. I mean, you got a little more skin in the game. You're trying, you want to pay out.
Yeah.
But I mean, some people, that's how they make their fucking living by just, little bits at a time, but they do a lot of them. So just depends on what you're into.
Am I correct in saying that he didn't wager on any Bengals players to score a touchdown?
Probably not.
Smart man.
There were none in there. None in that list.
Are we going to talk about how bad our Bengals are right now?
We can.
Why do you got to fucking piss me off?
Well, they're not good.
They played like absolute garbage last week.
I
Or
quit watching that game
Saturday.
third
That
quarter.
game Saturday just sucked.
Quit watching it third quarter. Fuck them all.
They
Does
played
that,
like garbage.
Does that take any of the Jake Browning has been a great story the last month or so here in Cincinnati. And what happened on Saturday, does that take, in your view, does that take any of the luster or the shine off of the Jake Browning story?
I don't think so. I mean, he's never, no quarterback's going to come out and shine every game. He had a absolute terrible fucking game. Made some really bad decisions.
Yeah.
But
Didn't throw it away
but
when
he's-
he needed to.
but he's not going to be perfect every fucking game. I mean, if anybody thought that was going to happen,
Yeah.
then you're nuts.
I know, but the offensive line play was horrific on
Yeah.
Saturday, was it not?
no, I agree with you. Absolutely.
I
mean,
think since
that team looked like it was woefully unprepared for that game.
the fucking Pittsburgh Steelers look like they were a fucking Super Bowl contender, and they're not, based upon our defense. Granted, we've got a lot of guys out on defense, but I think our O-line, ever since Browning came in, has performed better for Browning. I don't know why.
It was like they flipped a switch
Yeah.
halfway through that Jacksonville game.
Well,
Hey,
any
and,
time that we play the Steelers, anytime, it doesn't matter what the records are. It's same thing with Cleveland, typically, in our division. That game is always a fucking crapshoot, typically. You never know what team is actually going to show up.
It's
Now,
like a box of chocolates.
No, but you can't go there and shit the bed, man.
No,
I
you
mean,
can't.
For God's sake.
and especially this far into the season.
It wasn't even competitive.
No,
No, it was brutal, man.
it was sickening, but
Like I said, I left third quarter. I couldn't fucking take it anymore. I was like, why am I sitting here watching this, getting pissed off?
we're seeing what's happening to all these other teams. I mean, Kansas City gets beat by the fucking Raiders, and then temper tantrums decide to just start fucking rolling out between Mahomes and Kelsey.
No, that was beautiful.
So these teams that all of these pundits, the Stephen A's and all these sports guys that were completely licking the assholes of the fucking Kansas City Chiefs are now.
Kelsey needs to dump Taylor Swift.
What is he, 3-5? Is that what we said?
Who told us
Oh,
earlier?
shit, they called him
They called Taylor Swift shit. The equivalent of Yoko Ono.
Yeah, it was,
Yoko broke up the band.
was it Yoko Swift or Ono Swift? Yoke Swift or
Yoko Swifto, I think is what
yeah,
it was.
Yoko Swifto.
But I mean, yeah, our Bengals played like absolute fucking horseshit.
Travis is a piece of shit, and I've said that before, and he can go fuck himself. I'll fight him in the backyard here. 8112 Beachmont Avenue. Travis, if you want to come up here.
I'd
I
love
like
to
you
see
at UC. Your brother's awesome.
This one guy referred to her as Mr. Pfizer's arm candy and luxury suite babe, Taylor Swift. But Clay Travis is the one who tweeted this out. He writes, "The Chiefs are not a good football team, and Travis Kelce looks like he should retire. He's been worthless the last 7 or 8 weeks. The double worthless Pfizer shots may have caught up with him. Either that or Taylor Swift is the Chiefs' Yoko Ono.
Yeah,
Maybe both."
Yoko Swifto. I do love that though. I am so sick and tired of anything and all things Taylor Swift. The fucking movie almost made me throw up the other day when I saw the billboard for it. I didn't look at the movie, but took my girls to a movie. It was Trolls, which if you do mushrooms or acid, go see Trolls 3D at your movie theater while it's still there, the new one. Fucking would be phenomenal. I don't do that. I don't recommend anybody do it, but if you do it, by all means, have fun.
You're saying you don't do acid or mushrooms?
No, I do not. Not tonight.
Not
right now.
Not tonight.
But nonetheless, some of the shit in that thing, man. And it had good music too. If you're not a millennial or Gen Zer, it had some of the old boy band shit going on. A lot of it. NKOTB, which is coming to Cincinnati.
Why
soon,
couldn't you let them go see the movie by themselves?
because my one girl's 10. And it was a daddy-daughter fucking night, Dan. And I wanted to see it. It was 3D. It was actually pretty good. It was like a daddy-daughter type thing. We went and watched it. It was entertaining.
What
Right.
movie was it?
Trolls.
Trolls.
Yep. Kind of like you on TikTok or Twitter. You know, the trolls that you get.
I don't really pay attention to them.
And for those of you that are watching right now, Dan is taking a cough drop.
Although when they
Not
when
a butterscotch candy like your grandparents have on
No,
their
no.
coffee table.
little lozenge.
Yep.
It's all good.
As
David
he
J-
turned his head and coughed,
I left
right
my
at me.
left my flask of whiskey in the bag, so I don't have that
So there's a couple of ideas coming for new merch.
medicinal value.
The Fukamas, you'll see that next year. We're going to rekindle that.
No, that's not even a real word.
Oh, it's fucking phenomenal. And got some big things coming June
What
10th
makes you think people want that?
because I've been asked by people to have it.
No, you've been asked, what the fuck is that? That's what you've been asked.
It's pro
Am I right?
Israel.
You're not wrong.
June 10th is a big day in Cincinnati history, so stay tuned for June 10th day. And
You see the head shaking.
yeah, I know. Yeah.
You see the head shaking.
What? It's a great fucking day.
Stupid shit that goes on between those ears of yours.
January 6th, I'm looking on some shit. But we got a lot of big things coming to us. When's the next time we podcast, Keith?
Saturday.
Let me check my calendar.
Yeah, fucking
Fucking Saturday.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may or may not see Dan on Saturday, but nonetheless, Kiefer and I will be here.
A podcast will be happening Saturday.
I'm checking my
That
calendar
is
right
in
now.
the
Let's see what I have on the
Dan can check his fucking calendar all he
on the
wants.
calendar.
But I told you I don't trust your calendar because we've seen countless times of where it is not accurate.
Saturday the 30th, podcast 11:30.
Wow, that's weird. That was scheduled the same time as the one today.
Yeah,
It's weird. So weird.
Speaking of scheduling,
because you guys just made this one up.
Nah, fucking promise you we didn't.
we made it up.
Made it up.
Speaking of scheduling, you know what you need to do? You need to get a hold of Dan Varner. Ohio Valley Productions. Got a party going on, then you need to check out Ohio Valley Productions. OVP is your one-stop shop for corporate functions, fundraisers, festivals, even a backyard barbecue. We're talking about top talent, live acts, DJs, karaoke, trivia, and more that'll have your party rocking, quality entertainment, and a team with the most experience in the business combined to make your event the one to remember. Got a vision for a great time? I know I do. Make it happen with Ohio Valley Productions. Just drop an email to dan@ohiovalleyproductions.com. That's dan@ohiovalleyproductions.com and rock on. We love Dan. Dan had a great time for the Varner Foundation for Children on Saturday. Kiefer was there. I don't know if he remembers it. He was at Afro Man late.
It was vague.
Oh yeah, tell me about the Afro Man.
Vaguely remember.
You got to see Adam.
Got to see your buddy Adam Pac-Man Jones.
Yeah, we hung out with Adam Jones.
What's the name of his rap crew? His outfit?
It's Adam Pac-Man Jones.
That's it.
Oh,
All right.
wow.
It's him. It's just him.
That's so unique.
I mean, he's got a DJ. You know, that'll
It's
play
just
shit.
him up there rapping by himself.
Yeah.
Is it original material or is
Yeah.
it yeah?
What kind of
Talking
shit?
about the hard life and where he came up from and all that stuff.
I'm sure
Is it,
that's exactly part of it.
Are there any NFL references?
Yeah, I was going to ask about the
I
sports.
honestly didn't really listen that hard to it.
Yeah.
All right.
It didn't grab me to where I'm like, ooh. But apparently he's got a deal, so good.
But
on-
Afro Man was the headliner.
Afro Man was awesome as per usual. His Christmas party every year is always fun. Contact Hide, bigger than shit.
Do you want to get high?
Hmm?
I want to get high.
Absolutely.
Well, he did that song, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Did he do all the Afro Man classics?
Lemon pound cake. Are you gonna fix my door?
Oh, he did the Adams County shit.
Yes.
We're trying to get Afro Man on,
That
ladies
is
and
so
gentlemen.
great.
For those of you that don't know,
We're gonna have Adam on too.
Afro Man, Adams County Sheriff's Department decided to pay him a visit over 2 joints, which are now legal in the state of Ohio, and ripped down his door, his gate, and everything else, and then sued him. So he countersued for. They sued him because he started using the deputies that busted down his front gate and door for the 2 joints because he had a kidnapped woman allegedly that was not there, and a bunch of weed, which was 2 joints, and they sued him for using the deputies' name, image, likeness on his security cam.
It was
His own
security
footage.
video
I
from
know.
his house.
It's beautiful. It is beautiful, and he countersued him I was
Inside
like,
his house,
That worked out well
mind
for
you.
them, didn't it?
Did these deputies have an expectation of privacy when they busted down his gate?
Not
and
at
door?
all. And my thoughts
Thank you.
is no. Just like you don't have an expectation of privacy if you go to the fucking Eastgate Mall and start pounding your putt at the food court. And I take a video of that shit and put it online.
Is that what happened to you?
No, not at all, Dan. But you get my point. You have no expectation of privacy in a public place, least of all on somebody else's property. You know?
And Will Craig just asked, isn't it also a single party consent state?
Yeah, on phone calls and shit. Yeah,
Ohio.
anything.
But these are security footage inside his house, not just outside, inside of his own residence that he can do with what he fucking
So
wants.
look
to.
them up. If you haven't seen the videos,
Lemon pound cake. It's
you
awesome.
can look them up on YouTube. Lemon Pound Cake, Afro Man, Lemon Pound Cake, and is it called "Will You Help Me Repair My Door" or
Yeah,
"Help Me Repair My Gate"?
he made a couple.
It is so
Look
awesome.
them up. Look them up. They are. I mean, they're 4 or 5 minute long songs. They are worth the watch. You will be rolling because they are so funny.
And
Afro Man's the greatest.
And Rich, they did have body cam that he did a FOIA request to get the
Yes.
body cam. They took forever. They deleted and redacted
Yeah.
some of it.
Oh, it was private police
But Dan-
investigation bullshit.
Dan Carroll had him on his radio show, and it was a great interview. I listened to it, and
If you're driving through Adams County to come down to our show January 19th, please
The sheriff out there in Adams
Use
County
caution.
is a total douchebag.
use caution,
By the way.
ladies and gentlemen. There's a movie with Demi Moore, John Candy. Shit, what was it called? It was the 80s movie, man, where people just died and they had their driver's license.
Nothing to lose or something like that.
That is pretty fucking close to Adams County.
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, be careful and follow Afro Man. If you want to get high, you know what's going to be getting high here soon. We've crossed over the 1221 threshold where daylight savings time is not here, but nonetheless, it's getting daylight out later. So what that means is grass cutting time, yard cleanup, and shit like that. Our friends at First Green Landscaping and Building Maintenance Cleaning Services are the people you need to call. Is your property not receiving the attention it needs or deserves? Call our friend Trinity at First Green to get it looking great. Simply call Trinity at 513-646-3035 or email him at Trinity, Trinity. He is a dude. I know it's a female name. At gofirstgreen.com, GOFIRST, green.com, GREEN.com. Got to spell everything nowadays because people's names like Brian and Rob aren't spelled the correct way anymore. First Green provides the best service for the best price in Cincinnati and Northern Kentucky and will get your property to be the envy of the neighborhood, whether you need landscaping, snow or tree removal, building maintenance, deck or concrete repairs, staining, or something else. Call them first, hence the name First Green. 513-646-3035 or email them Trinity at gofirstgreen.com. They are the first to go to for all your landscaping and building maintenance needs.
Outstanding.
First Green. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for the post-Christmas wrap.
The recap.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas
It was fun.
to all, and to all a good night.
We'll be doing another one before the New Year, so we won't wish a Happy New Year yet.
Oh, I'm not.
My calendar says Saturday,
Good,
30th.
good,
Jesus.
as it should.
Yeah.
And then we're playing golf at Scotty Parker's after.
Oh shit, that's
Oh.
right. That's right. We are. That's gonna
Interesting.
Be, it's
On
going to
the
be a
sim-
shit
on the
show
simulator.
on Saturday. Fuck.
The stimulator.
The what?
It's stimulating.
Stimulator, huh? I know. You're not riding with me, motherfucker. I'll put the
Well,
plastic on the shit again.
That's where I'm going. I don't know what you two clowns are doing, but that's where I'm going.
I'm with you.
After the podcast on Saturday.
You can ride with me.
Is our buddy Jimmy going to be there?
He knows about it.
All right. Sweet.
I'm assuming that
Oh,
he
it's gonna
probably
be-
will be.
Epic.
You guys have a great
Need to get some video of that.
week of purgatory, which is going on right now between Christmas and the New Year, when you have to fucking come up with promising ideas on how you're going to restart your life. And happy Kwanzaa to those of you that celebrate it.
Oh, for God's sake.
What is Kwanzaa, man?
It's a fake holiday.
It's the first fucking Kwanzaa day.
Fake.
That's about all I know of it. It's the 26th.
Mhm.
So stay average like roller. And you forgot your book, Dano. So I'm going to drop that off tonight. Is that all right? Your pube topiary manscaping shit?
Do you think he really forgot it,
I don't think so.
I don't know where it is right now.
or did he do it intentionally?
Oh, I know where it is.
All right. Well, I'm glad you, because I absentmindedly left it here.
I'm sure that's exactly.
And
how
I just
that
want to
was.
give you guys,
It was an oversight on my part.
I want to give you guys a little lead up to on Saturday, our next podcast. That'll be the last time you hear me ask the infamous question, Dan, do you manscape?